Welcome back, everybody, Star Wars fans across the galaxy, to our No Name podcast where we talk about everything Star Wars for right now. I'm here, I'm 50 Callahan, and his name is Will. And today, it's a sad but happy day because it's sad because we are very late on this episode, and happy is we just, I don't know actually. But anyway, Mandalorian season 3 is all the way out. The finale was a week ago. That's why we have not been recording, because you know what? It just takes time to decompress. But anyway, it's here. We have our finale takes. We're ready to break it down for you guys. Will, what were your thoughts on the finale?
Dude, I thought you were gonna say you're happy it's over. The
You
sad
know
days.
what? I mean, I'm happy that it's over because we finished a whole season of this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it went by pretty fast too.
yeah, it did. But anyway, what's your
Um
raw thoughts?
yeah, jumping in. what what a finale. I mean, it wasn't as good, and I don't want to compare it straight away, but obviously wasn't as good as the season 2 finale. Um the opening was good. It started with the tension straight off from where you left off of them trying to escape the hidden base on
Mm-hmm.
Mandalore. And that's exiting basically right after Paz's death, and so you kind of jump straight back into it, and you get the Mandos, or you get wolves flying back up through the storm, through just jetpack and all. I was surprised he didn't get electrocuted.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That
you
that was
fly.
a cool scene. I was wondering like if his stuff would start kicking out, like acting up.
Yeah, yeah. So I was shocked he made it through, because even in the cockpit scenes, whenever you see ships fly through there, it looks pretty rough and it looks hard on the whole of the ship. So I'm shocked he made it through. And then,
But maybe
I
because
mean,
he's so small, maybe he's like less.
yeah, he's quick. I mean, he has Beskar on. If he can get hit with blasters, also,
Yeah.
he should be all right. But it's super cool. One of my favorite scenes was straight from the beginning. He flies up, basically yells at all the Mandos to get off the ship, go down, help Bo, and you get this super cool shot of all of them flying. Kind of how the Tie Fighters launched out of the frigate,
Mm-hmm.
but instead it's just them jumping out and jetpacking into the other Mandalorian gauntlets and starfighters. And then you get a super cool shot of after Wolf's taken over the ship and he's the only one there. You get a cool shot of the ships descending down below the plane,
Mm-hmm. That was cool.
and then about 3 seconds later, you get the TIE interceptors not roaring but screaming. They
Dude,
always
when
scream,
they
of
were
course,
dropping in and going, that was
dude.
awesome.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, TIE Interceptor is my favorite Imperial ship in terms of the TIE variants.
Mm-hmm.
And, injected straight into my veins. Seeing those is always perfect. Reminds me of Return of the Jedi. And so them flying up out of the storm right after the gauntlets went down it was really cool. I appreciated it.
Yeah, I mean that whole fight scene of them, I think, yeah, that I think the scene where he flies into the main ship, like
Hmm.
where he just launches, goes through the little, I guess, like the protector from that in space.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And him
Yeah.
running up there, yeah, that whole scene was perfect.
I appreciate it started off with high tension and suspense,
Hmm.
and it kind of carried that from the previous episode where they left off.
But I was very very impressed with all the jetpacking. Like I know we were
Yes.
talking about that in the last episode, how the
Yes.
jetpacks are not like the Clone Wars style animated where you could do a bunch more stuff. But honestly, with that whole like scene of them fighting and flying, that takes the cake
Yes.
right there.
Yes. Jump straight into that. Perfect. I mean, it's literally what we were asking for from the last episode. It was them, Bo-Katan leading the charge against the Stormtrooper Mandalorians, I guess we'll call them, um, flying in. And she has the dark saber with her. And she just goes flying in there with all
Yeah.
the Mandos behind her. And it's one of the best live action battles
Oh
in
yeah, it's
general.
like a swarm of bees going at each other.
Yeah, and it was literally perfect. It's what we wanted. It's literally of that Clone War esque vibe, and so I really appreciate that. I thought it was really cool.
And then we get into the scene with and also with that scene, I liked how the armor was coming in with her tools and
Yeah, yeah.
just
She had the hammers out.
knocking out like that. I we should get a Lego set with that. That would be cool.
Yeah,
Get a
of the
bunch of
fight.
yeah, just get a bunch of Mandos and That's your new collector thing, like with your
Okay.
battle packs.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
Um,
um, more into it. We get the Moff Gideon scene where he's hunting down Mando, and I really
hmm
liked where he put his helmet on and talked through the
Okay.
helmet. I liked it how it gave a little Kylo Ren, Darth Vader vibe to it when you're wearing
Yeah, I
those
did.
helmets.
And I always think, maybe not in Gideon's case in this sense, but whenever Mandalorians have their helmets on, it's almost more compelling.
Hmm.
Their dialogue, their speeches, their movements, rather than them having the helmet off and you seeing their face. Not that you can obviously get a more complex performance through the facial expressions, but it's really cool seeing Mandos with their helmets on, the full suit. You kind of elicit a little bit more emotion, even with the subtleties, which Mandalorian does a great job with. Um, but Gideon in that suit, that fight was great because I love it when you have fights. You have the main boss fight kind of on the
Yeah,
ground or somewhere else, and then in the background is all the mayhem and everything
yeah,
going
yeah.
crazy.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying I like the tone that he like. It's like, kind of like the helmet, like
The
calm.
voice,
The voice. It sounded
yeah,
more
I understand.
compared to the Mandalorian speak with their helmet. It sounds a lot
Hmm.
different because I feel
Yeah.
like with Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, they both have that. Especially Kylo Ren, they had the same kind of voice modulator. I felt
Hmm.
like, but not as breathy as Vader. But it's more as like
Yeah.
a high, sort of like a low pitched, like exhale sort of came with it. I don't know if that
Mhm.
made any sense, but that's
Yeah,
what.
no, I appreciate what they did also, and you kind of touched on it. Is it sounded different than the Mandos, so
Hmm.
you get that different emotion. It's a different character, clearly.
And the
It's
look of
it's not a normal
the
Mando.
whole look of that suit was awesome.
I do like the suit too. I mean, the flash forwarding right away. Do you think he survived?
I think so. I think he's gonna
Think so?
become some sort of like mangled person. But I was very not impressed with his death
Yeah,
because if
same.
Anakin can survive lava getting burned to death, there's no way Moff Gideon's dead from that.
But Anakin's the chosen one, you know?
Yeah, yeah, but
So
still.
force
But
sensitive Jedi.
maybe that is a clone of Gideon.
So that's a good theory going around.
Really? That is?
It doesn't. It is. He doesn't have the mustache, you know?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is him.
Ooh,
And this is all
yeah,
part of his master plan. Palpatine's
yeah.
back. He's Palpatine.
He is Palpatine.
He is. Oh wow, that's pretty good. But
Yeah.
going in, I guess we could just get straight to it. The dark saber being destroyed. Uh,
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know like what to think of that. I like the idea of the dark saber getting destroyed, but I don't think it's really destroyed.
Uh, I think it's destroyed,
Even the
and
crystal inside.
I don't think there's a crystal in it.
There's not.
I don't think so. That's
No.
what makes it unique and whatnot. I could be wrong. I don't think there's a crystal in there. Um, I don't agree with it being destroyed. Why? Why would you? There's such a rich history and lore behind it, and one they've touched on throughout Rebels, Clone Wars, now into Mando. And so you're gonna introduce it in season one. Everyone's gonna get super excited. You're gonna hype it up with the contention between Mando and Bo-Katan, and then you just kind of destroy it. Now I understand they're building towards the mythosaur and they want to focus on that, and maybe this is, hey, let the past die.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this isn't the way of Mandalore anymore. But it has such a deep, rich history, and I wish it would still be around. And why can't you have both? Why can't you have Dark Saber and Mythosaur? So I disagree with it. If they work off of it, if the Mythosaur becomes more prevalent, if something else pops up, that'll be cool. But right now, I'm left pretty unsatisfied that it was destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, like we just got into it, like they just all got it, and now it's just
Mm-hmm.
they're just useless without their trinkets. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is like the biggest Mandalorian artifact, and you just destroy it
Exactly.
with some this with a closed grasp.
I
It's
mean,
just
it makes sense that you can destroy it if like that suit was Beskar,
hmm.
and then motorized Beskar. I guess technically it can be destroyed, but
But I think they'll figure out a way to reunite it, like they did with Anakin's lightsaber for the 40th time. Like
or yeah, 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 yeah.
they'll make it some air. It's not the dark saber. It's Ray's saber.
Yeah, yeah. The dark saber becomes raised. That'll be that's a good one. Uh,
This is her second
so
lightsaber.
stupid.
Where every lightsaber is now Rey's lightsaber. It doesn't matter.
Yes,
It's not.
confirmed
It's not
canon.
Dooku's lightsaber. It's Rey's
Nope.
saber.
Yeah.
But
So
go next.
yeah, another aspect we kind of skipped over it, but when Mando is walking through the halls, sneaking around with Grogu in his mech suit,
Mm-hmm.
um, um,
Now,
he then comes across the clones. But before he comes across the clones, I'll backtrack. He goes through Episode One, Phantom Menace style, the red ray shields.
yeah, that was a cool scene. I really
That
liked
was
it.
probably the most Mandalorian show feelings show what they've been doing in terms of season one and now in this episode that moment in terms of Mandalorian succeeds and what they did well in the first season was it almost felt like a video game. It's here's you have your armor, your character, you do a side quest, get more armor, get the pauldron, get the chest plate, go on another side mission. Oh, you meet Grogu, you have a higher purpose. Let's go on an adventure.
Yeah,
Let's meet these characters, interact. And so on this moment, it was kind of like he was leveling up each way. He got past the first ray shield, got a new weapon, went past the next, got another weapon. This one destroyed, so then he got another one. I thought it was pretty cool.
I like that whole scene with the I forgot what kind of astromech it was, but I really liked that scene where he flew down and unlocked it, and all those little rat droids were on him, like the little black box droids. You know what I'm talking about? Hello?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, 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 yes. Yes.
You're
Sorry,
like,
sorry,
you're like, man, I'm like, are you there? But
sorry, bro. Sorry.
I think that's the first thing in Star Wars where we ever got like a cool scene with those things.
Yeah. It was cool because R5 kind of took on what R2 usually does,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of helping out the group, but it was pretty comical. It was pretty funny with the little black mouse droids.
And
You
one
like the
fell
little
off.
wee-woos?
Yeah, that was cool.
Ambulance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Easter egg.
Yeah, I just there's also some character development for R5 because he was scared
There
and then
was.
he conquered himself.
He
So
did? Had a little arc.
uh overall, I mean, yes. But then I want to get into something else, like
Yeah.
the end of the show.
Hmm.
Like they all did everything cool and stuff. But we didn't get anything like we'd get in the last season with anything hinting the new shows. Like how we got Book of Boba. And Boba was supposed to be in the show. Where the hell was Boba? Or it was a false lead.
I only heard Boba was supposed to be in it from you, so
Oh.
I don't know. Where are you hearing it from?
I saw it on Twitter. Maybe I've been on the wrong
Okay.
side of Twitter. But it was from a
I mean,
verified source. It was from a verified source. It had like 700,000 followers.
I'm pretty shocked he wasn't. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, like he was.
But
He's not a clone. He's a clone though.
yeah, we can. That's another topic for another day. But he could. They were able. It didn't feel bad without him. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
It's okay that he wasn't. But if they could have found a way to fit him in, I bet it could have serviced the story in a nice way.
Yeah, helping out.
Yeah.
But I liked it. They didn't name drop Thrawn at all. I mean, they did last episode.
They're,
I don't
yeah,
think
they're
there. I don't
saving
think.
that
I
for
don't. I
Ahsoka.
don't think there was a time to. Because they already
Right.
mentioned Thrawn, so like that part's done. But
Mhm.
like Ahsoka's not in it or anything else. So I feel like this is it was perfect because it's the Mandalorian, not cameo central.
I
But
agree.
and they have a whole
I
show
appreciate
coming up
that.
about it.
Exactly. I think we gotta wait for Ahsoka for Thrawn, and that's almost for the better.
Like
You
the whole
know.
reason we got the teaser at the end for Book of Bubba was because Bubba was reintroduced last season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole reason. But since it's already been dropped and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what do you think of the scene with the Great Forge of them relighting it?
So yeah. Really cool. I liked it. There's kind of the start of a new age of Mandalore.
I'm excited
And
to see what they do over the next couple. Hopefully, I want to see them go back in Ahsoka.
yeah, I mean, I want to see Mandalore reignited to almost what it was during the Clone Wars era,
Hmm.
even kind of during the Imperial era.
Dome City, and then I like the whole scene at the watering hole, not the watering hole, the
I was
Secret
gonna bring
Living
that up.
Waters, with him adopting him as Din Grogu.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But I mean, in a way, he's already kind of been his son in a way,
Yeah.
you know. But to make it kind of official, you know, hits home and it's pretty cool because now they're bonded, and they hinted towards a future season slash more episodes because the armorer mentioned you must take him on his quest now or something like that. So more Grogu and Din stories to come.
And then I like the part where they go back to the Top Gun base and see that one guy, and then they just basically start. He starts working for the New Republic now as a licensed contractor.
Yep. I hope we never stop going back to that base.
Yeah, that
I
base is
love that
cool.
base so
I was
much.
kind of disappointed that we didn't get another little Zeb scene, but hopefully that will come in the next coming seasons.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get to see that base, and I know Rangers of the Republic show was canceled, but I hope we get to see a show centered around those pilots, Zeb, um, the amnesty program, stuff like that. Build out those storylines in its own show, and we get to see that base maybe as a main outpost for all their operations as
Yeah.
they're looking for Thrawn, looking for hunting down remnants,
Hmm.
stuff like that. I think
I
would be
was
really
kind of
cool.
disappointed that we didn't like. I feel like the whole Pershing episode with that girl was kind of pointless,
Again, we had mentioned back then, please let it pay off. You know what I
and
mean?
it sort of didn't. I mean, we didn't see anyone back on Coruscant anymore. I guess we got a tease of it, but
There's been no Pershing since.
no.
So
How
I hope we build out that more because
I hope that girl's not a filler character, or they just add her in for this. She has to
yeah,
have something bigger.
I don't think she will be. You know, she seems a little not. I don't. I would not be surprised if she isn't in Ahsoka. Um,
Because they could have done a whole better episode. Like they already got Pershing, and it's like a quick scene with him in it.
exactly. That episode, you know, is kind of like the episode with Jack Black. It's like if you could have cut back those minutes and used it for something else, that would have been better.
Use that as an intro scene or something.
Exactly. What did you think about the clones, Gideon's clones?
I liked them. I mean, I guess that's what they were using it for, using
Mhm.
Pershing for a little bit, I guess. But
You
overall, I mean,
you agree?
yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I like the idea that more Imperials are discovering cloning, or at least the higher ups. So maybe like we'll see maybe Thrawn in the Ahsoka will have clone abilities. We'll have like have interest in it maybe, or
Hmm.
maybe we're getting ending the near clone arcs in the Star Wars universe. But
Yeah, I hope not. But you know, in season two, everyone thought that was Snoke. It looked like Snoke, all mangled. Because they showed shots of that in season two, real briefly, where
really,
it was on a different base. It wasn't on the Mandalore base or whatever. It was a different base. If you go back and watch season two, and they play like Snoke's theme or Palpatine's theme underneath it. And so I was a little disappointed to find out it's Gideon, but at the same time, it was a good twist. I don't know. It kind of did a Rise of Skywalker thing
or
where,
maybe it was Snoke, but like it's a different sort of destroyed, mangled version of uh Gideon.
I mean, I think it was just Gideon. He literally said it.
Oh, okay, I don't know,
He
but man,
said he said he cloned this again. It was pulling Rise of Skywalker where a lot of it was him saying it, not showing.
hmm
You know, where he was just like Gideon literally goes, "These are my clones, and they are force sensitive."
and they are perfect,
You know, and they're
and
perfect.
then
And
they're
then
dead.
then they're all dead. It's like, well, great. Wish we could have seen them in action or further progress that storyline. Hopefully, there's more hidden clones out there other than Palpatine's.
Yeah, I want to see a show like we could get into just another episode talking about the future and stuff, but I'm talking about like a clone show, like what they were doing
Clone
in
Wars.
like no, yeah, yes, but I'm talking about a live action Tamara Morrison, like what they
Hmm.
did in Kenobi with the 501st poor guy, but
Oh
leading
yeah,
into more of like the clone rights, like where they're trying to kill them off in Bad Batch and stuff like that.
yeah. They touched on that a lot in Bad Batch. Hopefully, they flesh that out even more.
Hmm.
So,
But
what
yeah, I mean,
what did you think?
what
What do you think of the season overall?
I liked it. I mean, just because we got Mando back, but I mean, like it. First and second season, I felt like we're a little bit better, more
Hmm.
for lore wise and storytelling. But this season, we got some cool hints with the new season with the Mythosaur. Even
Hmm.
though at the end, I was kind of expecting it to come out of the water and we get a better full body shot. but I guess we got a full face shot of it. But
Yeah. What would you rate? Not the season. We'll do what would you rate this episode, and then we'll rate the season.
I'll rate the episode a 6.5.
6.5
Yeah.
for the finale.
Fine.
No. It's your no. It's your choice. It's just.
I'm
it's such a
just
low
saying.
rating.
I mean, it's better. It's better than average. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's not fair. It's fair.
I felt like there was some cheesy shots near the end.
Mhm.
Like, but I love the whole scene at the end where the Navarro gets the marshal and everything, and then he gets that cool house, get the little house off the land to live out his days, and like that Red Dead
Yeah.
Redemption sort of vibe.
It
But
was that was really cool.
I felt like there should be more told.
Yeah, I feel the same. Where at the end, it's kind of a really nice ending. If this was the end of the series of hey, Grogu and Mando, they're gonna finally settle down on this home on the prairie, but it's not. You're kind of in the middle of the story, you know.
Yeah, it's just
It felt a
gamey.
little off.
The episode wasn't that long. It could have been drawn out to an hour or something with more conclusions building up for the next season. But
I was gonna ask you if part of the rating built in was the runtime because it was a
yeah,
shorter runtime. Now, me personally, I'm a fan of a longer penultimate. Give me a longer, 55-hour penultimate to build up to the finale, and then the finale just go hard, waste no time, shorter, 40 minutes to 45, but just no wasted time. Bang, 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 bang. Answer questions, resolve this, resolve that, hint at that, and the penultimate's more of a slow build to build up to all these things that are going to happen, which is kind of what we got because that penultimate was a lot longer. Um,
but
I rate this episode.
Oh, go ahead.
I rate this episode at an 8.5.
Okay, 8.5.
Just because I appreciate the fighting with Moff Gideon between Bo-Katan and Mando, and then also the TIE Interceptors, the sick fight scene of Clone Wars style Mandos going ham, kind of what they hinted at for the future. I thought it was probably one of the stronger of the entire season.
Very cool. Yeah. I just feel like there's some points, some little plot holes they could have filled in, but overall,
Yeah.
it was a great season. Great season.
I'm not gonna complain.
I'll give the season a 7.
7 overall.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it overall 6.5 to 7.
Okay.
I don't want to go over 7.
Yeah. Just because
I'm with you.
Just because of 2 of those episodes were
poopy.
poopy.
The B2 battle droid running the way it did will automatically drop it 5 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the way Grogu was walking at the end. So it's like, who's this puppeteer?
What a choice. What an odd choice. You just spent 3 seasons basically having him walk this way and suddenly even Book of Boba Fett, and then you're gonna have him do that? Outrageous. But it's a small thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
over.
about it,
We'll
man.
have to wait another 2 years for it, but
Yeah, season 4 is not coming out anytime soon.
or maybe it is. Maybe they've already filmed it.
Nah, they haven't started filming. John said the episodes are written, but they have not started filming. But we got Ahsoka in August.
Yeah,
so.
we'll be covering that one for sure. So, I mean, we're at 23 minutes right now. Do you want to wrap it up?
I say we just wrapped up, yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished our first full season reporting of a show. And now we have no shows except just talking until we're going to start getting into other shows and movies that we watch that come out and stuff. Like random movie reviews, of the newer movies. Maybe some more Marvel stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We'll definitely probably dabble in a little bit of that. And we'll just see where it goes. If we want to see have a new show coming out we both want to watch, we'll watch it and stuff. But until now, we'll have some more update videos talking about about the Ahsoka show and anything new coming to Star Wars. We'll cover everything that happened at Star Wars Celebration. Maybe we can get some more people on here around just to hear their thoughts on everything. Next up is Ahsoka, and that's coming up in August. So we'll be doing this weekly again for Ahsoka, and then we'll keep going from there. If you guys have any movies you want us to review, drop in the comments, and maybe we'll watch them and review them for you. So yeah, guys, we thank you so much for tuning in each week with us. It's been a lot of fun. Will, you have any finishing thoughts?
It's been fun. We'll keep it
Indeed.
going.
Yeah. And I guess if you want to see more, drop a like and subscribe. And yeah, I've been dragging this out too long. So yeah, guys, we'll see y'all in the next one. I have spoken.